Hey folks, Crazy Climber 8 here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 16 on our 20 from 1995 series. This is a downhill skiing game created by Namco, and this is called Alpine Racer. And there weren't very many other skiing games in the arcades that I can think of, apart from like Versus Slalom and Alpine Ski. But you have basically the only controls that you can actually use are your skis that are on your feet. There's ski controls that you can twist to the left and right. And there are some buttons. There are like a couple buttons that will allow you to select a menu choice and then a start button to activate that choice. You have kind of poles that are sort of handlebars that you can hold on to, but you don't get to actually move those. It's just the skis, and they show how you move them in the attract mode here. This is the first in a series. There was Alpine Racer 2, there was Alpine Racer 3, there was Alpine Racer EX, there was a remake of Alpine Racer, and then there was a Super Alpine Racer. And this is the first one. I do not recall coming across this in arcades. I definitely have played this before in MAME, and it's beautiful. I like that because there was kind of a dearth in skiing games that Namco took it upon themselves to make one that's nice and 3D polygoned. You can choose from two different viewpoints. You can actually choose a first-person viewpoint. I do not recommend that. Being able to see yourself in front of you is really useful in being able to see the turns coming. Now, there are two modes of play. One is speed racing, and you race against 4 other skiers and just try to get to the finish line, and there are 2 checkpoints that will restore your time. There is normal, or a novice, intermediate, and expert difficulties in that. There is also gate racing, in which you ski through the flags, and each set of flags restores 1 second of time. And we will look at all those in due time. I love this cutscene before the start of a race. It's very cool looking, and you'll see an instant replay of some of your race after the race. Now, MAME has a little bit of difficulty dealing with 3D polygons, and this got a little jittery at times, and the sound may not have been in sync at times. Apologize for that. I can't really do anything about that. There's my time extended. You will start with 50 seconds on the novice course. It will start at 55 seconds in the intermediate course and 60 seconds in the expert course. And there will be various different amounts of time that you get back at the checkpoints from one difficulty setting to the next. You get about 27 seconds restored at the first checkpoint on the novice course, and then 18 seconds on the second checkpoint. And yeah, there are only two checkpoints. And for intermediate, you get about 28 seconds for the first checkpoint, and then 13 seconds for the second one. And then in expert, you get 36 seconds restored at the first checkpoint, and about 25 for the second checkpoint. And I will just make it in first place. And you need to make first place, and you need to get to the finish line. And you need to have one of the top 5 times at least to be able to get your initials put in. I love this. You get to walk up to the podium. This scenario is, I believe, the same in any for finishing in any of the scenarios, difficulty or mode. And yeah, you get a nice instant replay viewpoint, or an instant replay of some of your race. And if you screwed up and slammed into walls, you might be able to see that. I love the attention to detail of a ski bowl or whatever. You'll see the ski lifts, you'll see a train going over a bridge, just very cool looking, and you'll see snow coming down. But yeah, I do not recall coming across this in arcades. Yeah, it's all jittery here. It's very annoying. I like that you see a couple like judges or something looking up at you as you approach them. Yeah, Namco did a wonderful job on this. Very beautiful game.
Racers, please enter the starting area. Racers, you have 5 seconds.
Okay.
You'll
ready?
notice at the top right where it says position 5 out of 5, you'll always start in 5th place. You seem to have faster downhill speed than your opponents. Just try not to slam into walls. Yeah, you cannot build up speed by pushing forward or pulling backward. There's no accelerator button. No, you'll be moving fast on your own. Just twist your skis to make sure that you turn in time to avoid bumping into the walls. Ouch. Ouch. It might not be over for you if you don't tumble when you slam into a wall. You might still be able to catch up to your opponents if you don't screw up too much. But yeah, I can't. Ouch. Boing. He's a pinball wizard, there has to be a twist. I think of that song anytime I have trouble trying to stay straight in some sort of racing game. I think it is the expert course on the gate racing, in which you have to go between flags. There is like an alternate path you can choose. Maybe that was intentional, maybe it was kind of a glitch. I think it was intentional. But there are some kind of goofy glitches that you can... didn't quite get... You can see there's the finish line down there. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, we'll see some glitchiness later on. The game isn't perfect, but I appreciate that Namco took the seldom used concept of arcade skiing game and made it look pretty nice. I don't think... Well, maybe this was one of those linkable games where you could link up multiple cabinets and have multiple players play at once, but I don't think so. But at any rate, we're going to try the expert mode now, or expert difficulty of speed racing mode.
Okay, ready? Go!
Yeah, this was not synced up at times because I had to edit this because there was some choppiness. I was able to like re-record some of the video and make it less choppy the next time around, but I was starting to get really frustrated. Bonk, bonk. Now note that it says wrong way. You can actually ski the wrong way. You can go back up the hill. Of course, if you don't put in a cheat, then you're going to run out of time. I did eventually put on a cheat because I ran out of time here. Well, I wanted to skip forward and show you the rest of the course, or close to it anyways. And you see, bonk, bonk. and you see at the top left a graphic of where you are on the hill on the course. And I was almost to the end there, close enough. I'll finish it here with the infinite time cheat. But yeah, you have to have one of the top 5 times. You'll notice a lot of advertisements for skiing equipment or possibly Namco cameos. We're going to scoot forward and we're going to start with the gate racing, novice, intermediate, and expert. There will be a different amount of flags that you'll need to go through on the different difficulties for gate racing. But each gate that you pass through restores 1 second. And if you miss a gate, I think you're not going to be able to get on the high score list. And again, you also have to have one of the top 5 times, and you have to reach the finish line. Yeah, I remember playing Alpine Ski in the arcades. That's early 80s. That was a Taito game. I think I might have seen Versus Slalom, on the Nintendo Versus cabinet in the arcades. Don't think I played it back then. It was, of course, for the NES, not the Versus version. We didn't get a whole lot of snow in my neighborhood for this last winter. We had previous winters, big time snowstorms. We had a lot of ice on the sidewalks, and that's super treacherous for me. Ooh, just barely made that time.
You may be a professional racer, I think.
I didn't have the best time, so I wasn't able to, or one of the top times, so I wasn't able to put my name in. But yeah, you have to go through all the gates, and you'll see your gate counter on the screen telling you if you missed any, whatever out of the total amount. And here's me getting perfect. I got them all, but I still didn't have one of the better times. So I still can't put my name in. And note that the game gives you a hint, but I do get an ending screen. And I like that the other racers come up and congratulate you. That's kind of cool. Yeah, again, if you get turned around and it says wrong way, you can actually go all the way back up. There, I flew off the course. Yeah, the instant replay can show your screw-ups. But you can go all the way back to the top and to where you took off. It gets glitchy there. Like, you can go right through that starting terminal.
Okay, ready? Go!
Yeah, it's not synced up right here, sorry. Yeah, I can't do very well at all on the harder difficulties, intermediate or expert on the gate racing. If you've never heard of Alpine Ski 1981 by Taito, or Taito of America, check it out for its time. It was really quite cool. It had gate racing. You go through the gates. You ski picking up point values, and you're timed. It was really quite cool, and it had a jump sequence, and really I think this game should have had that. Should have had a big old downhill jump. but it didn't. But it's still very cool. Still well worth checking out. This might be on an emulator that, or there might be an emulator that that does. What is this? Namco System 22 is the hardware for this game. I should have looked for Namco System 22 emulators to see if it would play better in that, but I'll take it. It's certainly not perfect. Like I said, there's no accelerator. You don't push up to speed up, or you don't pull back to slow down. You're just automatically going. So focus on twisting the ski controllers to the left or right. Boing! There, I tumbled. I'll tumble for ya. Yeah, on the expert difficulty of gate racing, you can fly off to a different part of the course. Yeah, there's a different amount of flags they can go through, and I think me using a cheat might have screwed up the number of flags or something. But there's supposed to be like 32 flags for Novice, 30 flags for Intermediate, and 33 flags for Expert.
Okay, ready? Go!
I hope you have a great week. I will miss the sun. We had some nice 2 or 3 consecutive weeks of decent weekends. And, well, I was able to get some painting done. I have a little bit left to do, but I'm not going to get the weather I want for a while. I mean, I could... Oh, there's me going up the hill the wrong way. And like I said, yeah, you can go back to your starting terminal and go right through it. Silly, glitchy looking. Only if you have an infinite time cheat. Yeah, MAME has some work to do on 3D polygon games, but in general, I'm really happy with all the work that they've done. I know some people who have contributed to MAME. Helping to remove encryption or whatever. They invited me for a podcast a while back. Super nice guys. They're called Coin Rejects. Check them out on the internet. Listen to their podcasts. They talk about games. They had me on one time. We played Turbo Pac-Man at one of their house. One of the guys' house. And here's me going to the alternate path. I guess this was intentional. Almost feels like I uncovered another glitch, but no, I think this was intentional, but yeah, that's the alternate path. You just fly off to the right, and here it looks all glitchy when you go off a cliff. Unfortunately, you don't go splat. Your skier will try to get back up the hill. Tumbles upwards. Very silly looking. Maybe the computer didn't expect me to suck this hard. I like this. Ooh, ouch! Yeah, I apologize if you knew anybody who died in a skiing accident or something. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just a game and it just looks silly. Dang it, MAME, you and your... No, they try. It's hard to crack 3D polygons. there's the finish line. And again, obviously I put in infinite time. Well, I just wanted to show you, yeah, there's a little bit of hint right there sometimes at the end of your race. I don't know skiing, so I can't really translate that very well for you. Sorry, but that was the very cool skiing racing game, Alpine Racer, created by Namco, basically late 1994 in test markets, I believe, and then general release in 1995. Well, that was game number 16 in our 20 from 1995 series. I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 15. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.
Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you.